Welcome back to Elevate Daily, the podcast that helps you rise a little higher every single day. I am your host, Lucy, and today we are talking about something that quietly drains your confidence, your energy, and your power. Over apologizing, shrinking yourself, softening your voice, apologizing for simply existing. If you have ever said sorry for things that didn't require an apology, if you have ever dimmed your lights to make others comfortable, if you have ever made yourself smaller so you wouldn't be too much, this episode is for you. Today, we're going to talk about why you apologize for things that aren't your fault, how this habit forms, and how to reclaim your space without becoming harsh, rude, or unkind. This episode is going to feel like a permission to sleep, to take up space. Most people don't realize how often they apologize unnecessarily. They say, "Sorry, can I ask a question? Sorry, I didn't want to bother you. Sorry, I just wanted to check in. Sorry, I know you're busy. Sorry, I'm probably overthinking. Sorry, I'm probably being annoying." But here's the truth: you are not apologizing for an action, you are apologizing for your existence. And that's not humility, that's self erasure. Over apologizing is a symptom of something deeper: fear of being judged, fear of being disliked, fear of being too much, fear of taking space, fear of being a burden. But you're not a burden. You are not too much. You're not an inconvenience. You are allowed to exist fully. Over apologizing usually starts early. Maybe you were taught to be easy, maybe you were taught not to make noise, or you were taught to avoid conflict. Maybe you were taught to be agreeable. Maybe you were taught that your needs were secondary, or maybe you learned that being small kept you safe. But here's the truth: you don't need to shrink to be loved, you don't need to apologize to be accepted. You don't need to disappear to belong. You can be kind without being invisible. You can be respectful without being silent. You can be thoughtful without apologizing for breathing. Over apologizing might feel harmless, but it has real consequences. It weakens your confidence. Every unnecessary apology tells your brain, "I'm wrong, I'm a burden, I'm a problem, I'm in the way." It teaches others to undervalue you. People treat you the way you treat yourself. It makes your presence feel smaller. Your energy shrinks, your voice softens, your power dims. It creates emotional exhaustion. You spend your life managing other people's comfort instead of honoring your own. It disconnects you from your true self. You stop expressing your needs, you stop speaking your truth, you stop showing up fully. But here's the good news: this habit can be unlearned, and when you unlearn it, your entire life expands. Let me share a story. There was a woman who apologized for everything. If someone bumped into her, she apologized. If she asked a question, she apologized. If she needed help, she apologized. If she took up space, she apologized. One day, a friend gently said to her, "You apologize like you're not supposed to exist." That sentence hit her deeply. She realized she wasn't apologizing for actions, she was apologizing for being. So she made a small shift. Every time she wanted to say sorry, she paused and asked herself, "Did I actually do something wrong?" Most of the time, the answer was no. So she replaced sorry with, "Thank you for your patience. Excuse me. I appreciate your time. Let me clarify. Here's what I need." And slowly, she stopped shrinking. She didn't become rude, she became real. She didn't become harsh, she became whole. She didn't become too much, she became herself. Here's the method I want you to practice. Pause before you apologize. Ask yourself, did I actually do something wrong? If the answer is no, replace sorry with something empowering. Here are some empowering statements. Instead of "sorry for asking," say "thank you for your help." Instead of "sorry I'm late," say "thank you for waiting." Instead of "sorry to bother you," say "do you have a moment?" Instead of "sorry I'm confused," say "can you clarify this for me?" Instead of "sorry for being emotional," say "thank you for listening." If you did something wrong, apologize once, clearly, and confidently. A real apology is powerful, but unnecessary apologies weakens your voice. Here's your action step for today. Notice your apologies, observe, don't judge yourself. Catch one unnecessary apology, just one. Replace it with more empowered phrase. Choose one from the list above. Say this out loud. I am allowed to take up space because you are. Here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to apologize for existing. You don't need to shrink to be accepted. You don't need to dim your light to make others comfortable. You are allowed to speak. You are allowed to ask. You are allowed to need. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to be seen. Your presence is not a problem. Your voice is not a burden. Your existence is not an inconvenience. You're worthy of space exactly as you are. Thank you for listening to Elevate Daily. If today's episode empowered you, share it with someone who needs this reminder, and make sure you follow the show so you never miss your daily elevation. You don't need to apologize for being here. You belong, and I'll see you in the next episode.